Hi, everybody. It's day 31. January has come to a close. This is the last video I'll record for the month of January. I am 1 month complete in my 12-month journey of doing a daily video, and that is pretty cool. So let's get into this, knock out the last one for the month, and let's begin a new day. This is the beginning of a new day. God has given me this day to use as I will. I can waste it or use it for good. What I do today is important because I am exchanging a day of my life for it. When tomorrow comes, this day will be gone forever, leaving in its place something that I've traded for it. I want it to be gain, not loss, good, not evil, success, not failure, in order that I shall not regret the price that I've paid for it. So, to-dos. To-dos, what did I get done? I added a creative t-shirt to True Mydentity. So I got one new product added, and it actually is a new product, so that makes me happy. Inside joke from last video. The other to-do that I accomplished was I wanted to start emailing local teachers. And I accomplished that as well. I at least got 10 emails out. Refined my template a little bit and sent out 10 emails to 10 of my local high school teachers. I'm going to be primarily targeting middle school, high school teachers. So I'm pretty happy to get those to-dos done. And the learnings that came out of that were, well, one, I had a learning yesterday morning because, I should probably note this, my iPhone ran out of memory in the middle of my flipping video yesterday. So I got cut short. I got most of what I wanted to say in, which was good. But I was talking about the word of the day and lost out because I had no memory left on my phone. Well, part of my due diligence last night was to figure out why all my memory was gone, because I thought I had deleted all the files. So one of the learnings that I had is you need to go into recently deleted files in your phone and clear that out too. Get all that stuff out of there so it's gone. It's not taking up any memory. I cleaned up my cloud drive as well. So basically, I tried to clean every facet of storage that my iPhone was connected to get back to a normal level. And I think I'm there now. And I just have to do a better due diligence of keeping my phone clean so I can continue to do these videos because they suck up a lot of memory. So that's twice that's happened to me now. Fool me once, fool me again kind of thing. So I was not real happy yesterday, but like I said, I got most of what I wanted to say done, and I apologize for the short cutoff on that video for anybody who was looking for more said on the word honest yesterday. Just couldn't do it. So, lost out on that one. Plenty of memory today, though. Won't lose out today. Another learning, email template that I'm using for the teachers. I need to add a city and state in there so they know where I'm located, roughly. I'm not going to give them my home address, but they need to understand that this isn't just some yahoo out of nowhere. There is a location where he is emailing them from. And right now, that's important because I'm actually emailing local teachers, so in my community, in the surrounding area. And that will at least help let them know that I'm from this area. So, some things to note about this emailing strategy that I'm using for teachers. I'm not a huge fan of doing cold emails. I'll just come out and say it. When I say cold emails, emailing somebody who has no idea who I am and promoting something like a business or a product. It's a push tactic that I'm not a huge fan of. But when you are just getting started and you need to inform people who are not necessarily looking for you at the time of what you could provide them somewhere down the line, that is a tactic you can use. So you just have to be careful with that strategy. So let me just inform you as to how this came to be. I believe, personally, and I also have some business insight on, what teachers find to be important in their careers, in their lives, why they've chosen the careers that they've chosen, because my 9-to-5 job also works with teachers. We actually give rewards back to teachers in dollars when they save on a home. So I have some intimate data that shares what's important to teachers. So that being said, one of the most important things to teachers is their students, hands down. And thank goodness, because they're a big determining factor in what students will learn. So it's good to know that is a part of what is so important to them, is helping that child along, help them become who they are and learn new aspects of doing things. So what True Mydentity is attempting to do is harness an individual's strengths, beliefs, values, what makes them who they are, to live their full potential, to reach their full potential. That, in essence, is exactly what a teacher does on an everyday basis, is leveraging what they know about that student to help them get to the next level in their learning. So the alignment of what teachers try to do and what True Mydentity is trying to do for people, I believe, makes a lot of sense. And that's why I have targeted this audience, teachers, to inform them of what True Mydentity is about, because I want to let them know that I'm an ally. But not only am I trying to do the same thing they are, I have something that could maybe help them reinforce some of the good behaviors that the students are using, or provide some uplifting backup for a student or students who are struggling. So I feel as though there's a really good fit, and that is important tip number one. If you're going to use cold emails, be true to who you are and make sure that you are targeting people who actually care. Do not just send out mass emails and trying to figure out who might pay attention. So don't buy a big old email list from somebody with just a bunch of random emails and send out emails to those people. One, there are spam laws against that and could get you in trouble and shut down your email. That is a reality. And then two, it's like, you want to be talking to people who want what you have, who need what you have. You are trying to solve something for somebody. So try to really think about who you want to talk to and why. And if it makes sense, by all means, let them know what you have that could help them. And I think that's the best tip I can give on cold emails. But I'm not a huge fan of cold emails. I did build a template. I know exactly what I want to say to them on a consistent basis. So that is another tip I would use if you're going to use cold emails. Just build out a template. Use the same subject line and for a particular audience that would speak to them. So the subject line I use for the teachers is reaching one's potential. That's all it says. That is in essence what teachers try to do. I think that will get them to at least stop for a moment. Maybe not open the email, but at least stop for a moment. We'll see. I'll find out, because I'm going to get real data back on who opens it and who goes to my website. So build out the template. Make sure you put a 2 in there as far as a name that you are targeting. So hi Kim, hi Stan. Make sure you address them in the beginning. Make sure you are short and succinct to what you want them to understand right away, whether that's who you are or what you're trying to do, and provide them something that is unique to them, some kind of offer or deal, discount, whatever you want to call it. So that is, and then give them, in closure, give them some kind of recognition again, or good wishes or whatever. So that's kind of the style, the format. So mine actually has a brief statement on how they encourage children to reach their full potential. Then I follow it up with me and True Mydentity are doing the same thing. And here is excuse me. Here is how True Mydentity could help your students. And here is a discount for teachers only. Use it anytime. And good luck with the rest of the year, and hope everything goes well. So that's in essence what the email says. It's brief, it's short. I'd like it to be even shorter, but you kind of have to give a little background because it's new to these folks. Here's the challenge. I am including links to my website, my LinkedIn channel, and my YouTube channel. To give them these videos, so they can do their due diligence. They can learn this is real. They can learn that this is something that they can take advantage of. And it's not a scam. It's not just a phishing email. See, that's the problem is cold emails. They don't know who the hell you are, and it could be a scam. That happens all the time, which is why cold emails is a tough thing to do. But that's why I'm giving this much background and why I'm giving the links. When you give links, there are two issues when you send it to teachers or public departments, like a school district. They have firewalls that will block, in many instances, that will block emails that have links that they don't know. And because True Mydentity is still being built, and it's still a new website, it doesn't have a lot of authority. The good thing is that my LinkedIn and YouTube channel have authority, and it's a recognized, trusting website. So that might give me some validity in the scan process when these firewalls look at it. But these emails that are being sent to teachers these emails being sent to these teachers using this public email address that the state gives them, or the school district gives them, has very tight firewalls that avoids all the spam that will be coming in and all of the cold emails that will be coming in. So they can literally just speak to members of the community. That's really what it's about. To parents, kids if they need to, but it's primarily for parents and individuals looking to speak to them about who they are, their classroom, that kind of stuff. So I don't know how teachers treat their school district emails. I'm sure they have a practice of checking it once in a while. I'm sure it's not, could be a daily thing. I don't know. Could be a weekly thing. Maybe they have a email address that they've created outside of the district email that they give to all of their parents, and that's the one they use. That very well could be. So the validity of time used with these email addresses is even up for grabs. Nobody really knows. So those are all the things you need to consider as a side hustler business owner who chooses to use cold emails in a targeted audience. I'd recommend not purchasing lists. It gets into some troubled areas when you do that. You have to really make sure it's a trusted source and that you're not going to get blacklisted or basically deleted from email world because you can get shut down. So just be careful with that. I have purchased lists in the past. I'm not a big fan, but it can be done. I'm not going to do it for True Mydentity. I'm going to build this up organically. I am using public email addresses for teachers, and I am using that because I believe that is a strong target audience to sum things up. So, more power to you to doing this kind of thing. It's a tactic that can be hit or miss. Seth told me about some woman who built, it's a couple actually, who built up their podcast audience by sending 1,000 cold emails a day. 1,000 cold emails a day. That's a lot of flipping emails. But it works. That's how they built it. That's literally how they built their audience. So there's something to be said about it. You just need to be strategic and careful. Just like with everything. So that's what I'm choosing to do right now. We'll see how it works. There's going to be a lot more time for this to build out and report on. So this is just getting started. I just wanted to let you know about it. It is a legitimate tactic. It is something you use for your business. And I've started to. So it'll grow. Let's see. Who do I want to give thanks to? I want to give thanks to Bob and Seth because yesterday they were super nice and super kind. And we did a podcast video together. And we were basically talking about our side hustles. And they were very kind and generous in everything they had to say about me and what I have done with True Mydentity to date. They have been with me for the entire ride of True Mydentity. So as far as exposure to all that I've gone through and all the iterations and all the thoughts and the ups and downs, it's been my wife, Sarah, and Bob and Seth. They're the ones that have been on this roller coaster with me for the most part. Screaming, yelling, kicking, punching. But they had some really nice things to say, and it was really nice to hear not only about all that's happening now since I put it into public view, if you will, on Jan 1 and really started promoting it. But back in February of 19 and February of 19 up to Jan 1, Bob and Seth both touched on some things that they thought were cool, that they were impressed with the work that was done during that time. So it was just really kind of them, and I just wanted to say thanks to you guys because it was really nice to hear. It is humbling because, man, I got down on myself a few times during that time period, so it was really great to have two guys like you there to help kind of string me along, push me along, challenge me, give me feedback on quite often. It's great to have people like my wife and you guys in the mix to help with stuff. So thank you. To-dos for today. I'd like to get done at least one more product added to the site. I'd like to get done at least 10 more emails out to teachers. I'd really like to ramp that up, actually. It took me about 20 minutes to get 20 minutes to get 10 emails out. So I'd like to do, 25 to 50 emails a day if I could. But it comes down to time. So we'll just see. But I'm going to continue with that tactic as well. So new product, emails to teachers, and then I am going to complete a blog post by the end of day Saturday, which is tomorrow evening. So I have tonight and all day Saturday to find a couple hours, because I have family time as well, to complete a blog post by the end of the evening. So that's my goal. I have to get a blog post done. That's the other to-do that I've had for this week. So everything else I've completed. So making some good progress, slowly but surely. That's how we do it. So those are my to-dos for tonight and tomorrow, for the most part. Word of the day today is creative, and I'm going to, let's see, how can I reflect upon this? I'm going to get some bonus points with my wife today. I'm I have the pleasure of living with a creative mind. I have the pleasure of being married to a beautifully creative woman. She looks at things, everything. Everything she looks at is a potential canvas. So think of going through her daily routine and how to design that out. She's moving different things around. She's determining where the best fit is for something. She's figuring out what colors to wear. She's figuring out what outfit is the right ensemble for the thing that she's going to attend or do. She is coming up with creative ideas of what she would like to do with Reed throughout the day because she's with him. She's thinking of things that she would like to accomplish for her side hustle and items she is trying to design that fits her style and her imagery of the world. And she also works for clients, and she tries to decipher what their brand means and what their products are trying to communicate. So she is always in the world of creativity and trying to figure out how to use space and color and fonts and words, shapes. It's amazing to think about how her brain is doing that collectively all the time. So the creative mind has a capacity, those who are really strong creatively really fascinate me because they have a tendency to try to look at things differently. And they go to that place first instead of taking what they know as set knowledge and logic that has been determined to be real, if you will. They pull in aspects that can tweak that reality. They use design elements to shift that reality. And they go there first. Instead of looking at the logical picture, they just design something differently. And that is amazing to me. I've had the pleasure of working with some individuals in a creative agency. And I'll tell you, just being in a strategic creative brainstorming session with those individuals is very impressive. It's mind-blowing how they can view things from different perspectives so quickly and pull in ideas and talk about things and really build it out fast. Like they feed each other. It's like a feeding frenzy of ideas and imagination. It's intense. It's so cool. I do not have that skill set. I am not powerfully versed in that. It comes slowly to me, and I am very methodical and logical when it comes to design. I'm plain simple. I love color, but it has to be used wisely. So I'm very reserved in my creativity, whereas others are all over the place. And there are some amazing abstract artists that create some of the craziest shit that I'll never understand. But that's okay. It is an expression of them, and it's amazing to some. And it doesn't make sense to others. So I think that the creativity is a facet for human behavior and humanity in general. And I think we all have it. I think it all runs through us. I think it's just we have our own vision of how things should look. And that's why I'm in marketing and we do design work all the time. That's why everybody who is asked to look at a design for an opinion has an opinion, because we're all designers. We all see things the way that we see them, and we all can articulate to some degree what our brain is envisioning for that palette, if you will, that design, that concept. So that's why everybody has an opinion when you show them something. Whether or not it's for you, whether or not that opinion makes sense for what you're trying to design, that's up to you. I think when you're asking for a perspective on a design concept that you've come up with, you're the ultimate decision maker, but you have to. The good thing about getting the perspective from other people is they might see something that you hadn't that was actually a pretty good idea or something to consider. So I think the creative individual has a lot of power, and it's the way that their mind puts things together just blows me away. So I wanted to give some credit out there to the creative individuals. Head over to True Mydentity and get that creative t-shirt. It's something that I would like you to promote personally, because I admire it. I admire it more than anything. I admire it about my wife. There are elements of creativity that can be there are elements of creativity that can just take your breath away. And I've seen it from Sarah, and I've seen it from many others, and please don't stop creating is the bottom line. Just get out there and do it. And with that, be creative today. Do something a little different. Step out your comfort zone and think about things differently. That's all I've got. Have a great day, guys. I'm Luke Felbergy with True Mydentity. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit that bell so you get alerted every time I put one of these videos out. Head over to True Mydentity and grab a t-shirt to reveal your true identity. Have a great day, guys.